much better lined up, much better planned out. And you've got Zephyr Rubik as well. Up against Rubik though, it's very hard for Raven to sustain his level 1 up against all these heroes. It's his weakest point as a hero.
Well, they're trying to go for a first blood straight off the bat. The bolt does connect. Raven just trying to make a run for it. He's pretty darn close to dying. CML needs one more decay, I believe, and he will find it. It'll be a very early first blood to the side of Adroit. Geek fam, they tried to punish, but it was to no avail.
Bok is having a hard time there.
Yeah, Cuckoo finds a kill just solo onto Bok. Not the greatest of news for the Sand King, dying this early onto the Venomancer. He's only at level 2 right now as well.
Oh yeah, he's got to pick up the pace on this Razor. You've got to see Cuckoo really step up in the plate with his Venomancer as well. He needs to buy that space as this game goes on. Or Raven to get bigger.
Again, you see CML copying some hits from Dubu, though they'll switch around, go after the Venge instead. It's a much easier target, and they will find Boomy. Now the Tombstone as well, nice bit of gold going to Raven if he can find it, and he does. And now, well, they'll go after Natsumi, why the hell not? They don't have the stun though, so instead they run back towards CML. Again, he is just way too tanky to even try and take down, and to make matters worse, Mac has rotated up. He will find a support trade for the side of Adroit King, but there are rotations coming in. Cuckoo comes in with a Sentry Ward, and Bok, well, he goes for the TP plane. It looks like he probably will make it out. Just barely. The job. Meanwhile, top lane though, Dubu will end up losing his life on the Ogre once again. Can they find it? Magic Missile will connect, and now the Tombstone being dropped as well. Raven needs help desperately, but there's no tower to go to, so he is just gonna die. CML's not really the target they want to go for first, but they may not have a choice, and yeah, they'll just go for him straight away. There's the Reality Rift coming in, and CML is gone. Can they find Mac? They definitely can. They'll get the lift off, and Mac just melts. The reactions from the side of Adroit just weren't quick enough. In fact, they might find Bok as well. He burrow strikes north, but Zephyr finds him. They have the Rift, and they have the stuns. It's going to be 3 going down for the side of Adroit. And that was kind of what I was worried about for the side of Adroit, John. That just
15 minutes in, they are in a pretty decent spot. They're going to be able to shove in this tier 1 as well. And suddenly Raven is going to be that much scarier. He has his armlet up. He still has his ultimate up. He's rushing the heart. And if he can get a good timing in that heart, you'll have a very hard time dealing with a CK.
line.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It looks like they'll go for that mid tier 1. They still want to force supply, but Bok jumps in with the double burrow strike. Now Static Link comes out of the Sand King, but Dubu is already gone. Still, Boomy has lost his own life on the Venge now. An immediate buyback from Dubu on the Ogre. Dubu gonna find CML. He does have help coming in. So dying, not as tanky as he was at the start. Cuckoo gets in there as well to slow him down with that Poison Sting, and now the Gale will connect. And that should be an easy kill on the Undying.
Set up nicely. A lot of that gold is right in there.
Boomy getting swapped by Zephyr on the Rubik, and he just swaps back, but he gets swapped back again. Zephyr controlling him up, but he may lose his own life to the Lina. In fact, yeah, he does. It was just enough damage. So 1-for-1 trade on the supports. All the cores will back off. We have another smoke coming out from Geek Fam. In fact, they have found Boomy on the Venge. Not the target they would have hoped for, but they'll have to just suffice. They'll just get in the vision down. They spotted out Dubu on the Ogre. Raven gonna run into vision, and now the smoke breaks. He just wants to get out of there, but he gets the Phantasm off. Burrow strike immediately after, but they force-staff him out, and now Cuckoo gets the poison over, but the epicenter is massive. Raven somehow still alive throughout all this, but it shouldn't last too much longer though. No, Zephyr swaps him out. Still, the zombies will chase him down and take him down. The Burrow strike there on Zephyr as well. They just control the side of Geek Fam. And Cuckoo is left over with Ryoya. They'll clean up Boomy at the very least. But it looks like Cuckoo may end up losing his life through the Drow, and does. And now Ryoya will be the 5th one. A full team wipe coming out for Adroit. Moving forward. Another tier 2 going to go down for free. There will be no defense from Geek Fam. And look how far Natsumi's attacking from.
Yeah, that's really down to Boomy's aura. True, I mean, her last engagement was quite a while back now. And since Raven got the heart, he's fought, what, like once? it's just, if he was gonna farm this much, you don't buy a heart. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you were gonna farm, you would go something else entirely. But instead, he buys a heart, second item, and farms. It's just not very efficient. You should be farming heroes.
Well, Natsumi now knocking on the tier 3 tower's door. He's just gonna hit from a mile away. Natsumi the sniper.
Oh,
tier 3
God,
tower,
that's
just it is disgusting, John. Although they force staff him forward, but there's no follow-up to that. You know, at that distance, the arrows should really start dropping off a bit. Quite a...
it's a long go. It's a long go.
It's a long go, fair enough. Thank you for that, John.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom is under
They're looping around Geek Fam. What's the idea here? They start initiating, but it's Dubu almost losing his life already. They go into the back. They'll find Boomy on the Venge. Now CML will be the target. Epicenter, meanwhile, going straight onto Dubu, but he's just controlling up the Sand King. Still Raven trying to go after CML. Meanwhile, down on the river, Max still going after Dubu on this Ogre. He's just running around the tree.
Oh.
They will finally take him out. Bok now just not wanting to be a part of this as Adroit are losing this team fight. It'll be a 3-for-1 trade so far. Mac will BKB up and just run away. But they pop the drums. They're not done with him yet. They do slow him down with the plasma field. Ryoya, they really want to punish, but he Shadow Blades up.
Oh.
Still, they have the dust, but Mac is still just running. He'll Hurricane Pike and he'll be safe.
Natsumi's stuck. He's actually stuck. He forced staff up. He didn't break the trees.
And they are going to find Ryoya of all people. Magic Missile is there, and he may just be dead.
Ooh, ouch.
Adroit will get started. Oh, that's a big Burrow Strike. Straight onto Rubik, and they burst down Zephyr. Raven trying to find a trade, but Natsumi's ripping them apart right now. He gets a distance. Ryoya trying to static link, but Natsumi may not care. CML in the middle of all this as well. Natsumi still fighting back. They'll find the Ryoya Razor, and with that, it looks like they will find the Raven CK. This Drow is just hitting so hard.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous just how far they can get, and just a fight like that, all those items that you built up on Raven just gone. You saw Ryoya try to do the right thing there. He did link up Natsumi, but it was just too late. It just wasn't enough at that point.
Dire's structures are
Oh, Natsumi, come on, stand back a bit further. That's better.
God, that's balanced.
I love some
Wow.
balance in the morning, John.
Dire's middle
There's the
Imagine
ranks
if that
gone.
was actually Sniper. Like, Sniper with a longbow, you know, that
Dire's
neutral drop that gives range, and...
Don't give them any ideas, John. Don't give
like,
them
can
any
you imagine
ideas.
just how bad that is? Like, Jesus. That's 2 racks. Just
It
like
is.
that.
Well, there's no buybacks coming out from Geek Fam. They just hold on to them. And with
this
that,
is another big issue. This is a big issue with a CK, right? Even if you've bought back there, he doesn't have Phantasm. So he really just doesn't do as much as you'd want, which is why, again, CK is such a tempo-based hero because of that ultimate. And Geek Fam just didn't play to that strength earlier on. I think the moment when they picked up the heart, that's when you wanted to see Geek Fam really kick it up. They just decided to play a farm game. Look, they've still got ways to come back in. They know the rush is happening. It's just dead. Myself sometimes, Mike. I don't have anything else going on for me.
no, you don't, John.
Oh, God.
Adroit, it's time to set up that top lane. And it's still just a wonder as to how Geek Fam's going to stop this final push coming in. There's the blink coming out, but that leaves Raven with no buyback gold, John. We've seen this a bit before. It's I mean, I guess they have no other option because it's not like Raven can do anything without the blink. So they're going to try and go in with a smoke. This could be the final attempt coming out from Geek Fam. They want to jump the Drow first, though. That's the main target. They have gotten started on the tier 3, and Dubu has been caught out on the Ogre. Raven will jump in onto Bok, but he's still alive and gets swapped out to safety. Now it's a 4v5 situation. Ryoya has jumped in by himself. Zephyr will swap him out, but that's his life gone. Zephyr taking one for the team, saving the Razor with about 70 HP. but it means nothing if you can't protect this final lane of racks.
I mean, they've stolen 197 on Razor. It's still not enough to slow down Natsumi.
No, absolutely not. There you go, GG's been called. Ryoyo jumps in for one more celebration death, and that is exactly what he will get from Natsumi. Or perhaps he will survive this time, but no, I was a bit too positive about that. Still,